Hi there, my name's Natalie. I want to introduce the benefits of plants and herbs and how you can use them in everyday life. Now, a little bit about me is I'm a holistic therapist and I primarily work as a massage practitioner. I work with the energy fields as a Reiki practitioner, and I've always been interested in complementary therapies and how we can best kind of naturally enhance our lives. I like to explore what's at the root of your health problems and dissolve them with natural remedies. So I'm currently studying herbal medicine, and as part of that course I thought it'd be really good to kind of explore the plants and herbs in more detail, and I'd like to share those with you. So today I have some rose hips, and I find that rose hips for me are really quite refreshing. They've got so many benefits. The taste is one of the plants that is probably more well liked, especially with children. So syrups are a good thing to make with them. They're full of vitamins. Primarily, I think the vitamins are vitamin C, vitamin K. You've got some of the B vitamins, and there's also vitamin A. They're also a good source of iron. So they're really good for things like coughs and colds, and just generally when you need to give yourself a bit of an immune boost. Personally, I like to have it as a tea, and I've got some dried rose hips here. So just to give you an idea, if you're not familiar with rose hips, they're kind of a deep reddish browny colour. And I normally like to add about a tablespoon, depending on how many people I want to give the drink to, the tea, and pour on some boiling water. As it's just for me, I normally just fill enough water in the pot to cover the herb that I'm using, and I'll leave that to soak for about 5 minutes. I mean, sometimes if I really like the flavour, I might leave it a little bit longer to get a little bit more extract from them. It's always good with some of the herbs that you kind of use. A teapot like this is a good way to keep the flavour in. Some of them that are more oil rich with volatile oils, it helps keep all of that extraction in the pot, so you're getting the most out of your drink when it's ready. Another way I mentioned earlier is making a syrup. So I'm not going to go too much into that today, because that I would make as a tincture and use it as a remedy, primarily for, like I said, boosting the immune system, good for children. They'll more readily take that than some of the other herbs I've found. I like to have it first thing in the morning. It's one of my better times. I find it's a nice pick-me-up for me. It's a nice palatable flavour to get started for the day, and it feels soothing, it feels comforting. I think also, as I work more broadly in the holistic field, I'm quite intuitive. So for me, I kind of listen to myself. I go with what feels right for me, and for me it's definitely a morning tea, and it's a good way to start the day. It rehydrates you and gives you some good immune boosting vitamins to get you started. Good at hydrating as well, to get that water content in, I think, first thing in the morning. So please, if you have any comments, is there any herbs or any other plants that you'd like me to look at in future talks, then let me know. Otherwise, I will just be introducing the ones that I know about, the ones that I have around my home or in my garden, and I will be bringing those out, maybe giving you some ideas on what they're good for and how best to use them in your day-to-day life, because I think that's really key, is the day-to-day. It's all very well kind of treating ailments when you've got them, but I like to kind of just maintain a level of nourishment to stop myself and my family getting ill in the first place. And I really find that these teas are a good way to use. Even my young children will take the teas. Normally it's good again to get them in the morning. It works well for them with breakfast, and they'll get some of those benefits, and then they kind of move on with their day. So yeah, please let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to discuss in future talks.